Hello children, welcome to my YouTube channel Rajma Study Group. Today again we are here to discuss with Unit 4, My Elder Brother. In my previous video we have discussed about scene 1 of this lesson. Today we will see the textbook exercises given in our NCERT textbook, that is Marigold for class 5. So let's begin with reading is fun activity, in which we are dealing with the question answers of this lesson. So question number 1 is, what are the things that Munna liked to do? So there are various answers which I got from my children, but the perfect one was, Munna liked to walk in the green fields. He also liked to play marbles and fly kites. Question number 2, what did Bhaiya do all day? Answer is, Bhaiya read books all day because he was a studious child. Question number 3, why was Munna not happy with the timetable that Bhaiya made for him? We all know this timetable is not having playtime for Munna. That's why he is not happy. So how we have to write the answer? Answer is, Munna was not happy with the timetable that Bhaiya made for him because there was no time to play in the timetable. Next question is question number 4. How do you think Munna felt when his brother was so strict with him? Why was Bhaiya so strict with him? So our elders, our elder brothers, our elder sisters are most of times strict to us because they want us to be perfect, or they want us to complete our work on time. They want us to be punctual. Okay, so let's see why his brother is so strict to him. Answer is, Munna felt like running away and going back home when his brother was so strict with him. Bhaiya was strict with him because he did not study much and instead went outside to play with his friend. Question number 5 is, whose character do you like more, Munna's or Bhaiya's, and why? We have to write, if we are writing Munna's character, then we have to write why. If we are writing Bhaiya's character, then also we have to write why. Okay, we have to give reason. Okay, here in this lesson I liked Munna's character the most because he liked to play and enjoy his life with complete fun. He is not boring like Bhaiya, who always likes to study the whole day, because I also like to play, I also like to enjoy my life, and I also like to study. So we should maintain a balance in all our day-to-day activities. So next see what is the next one is, let's talk. What we are going to talk about? So the question one is, do you have, what do you have? How many periods are there for the following subjects and activities in 1 week in the timetable at school? So what we have, how many periods we have to write here. So this is only a sample one, children. You can write about your own subjects and your own timetable, whichever we are following in our schools. So here I have given you just a sample. For example, here I have written for English 5 periods, Hindi 5 periods, Maths 5 periods, Science 3 periods, Social Science 3 periods, Games 2 periods, Art 1 period, Craft 1 period, Music 1 period, Dance 1 period, any other activity. Okay, so the number may vary as per your school timetable. So you have to write according to your own school timetable. Next is question number 2. Now you have to do what you have to do. Now make a timetable for yourself, including your study time and your play time. Nowadays you all are in lockdown, you all are at home, we are not attending the regular schools. So you have to make yourself a timetable for yourself, so that your day to day life goes on systematically. Okay, otherwise everything will get jumbled. You can't complete your any work if you won't make timetable. Okay, here is a sample timetable which is related to our school when it is running regularly. Okay, for example, it is given about Monday, school timing is 8 a.m, then lunch time is 2 p.m when we go home, then what time we are doing our homework, what time we are playing, and what is our sleeping time. Other activities also you can write here. Okay, for example, if we are doing some creative work, that also you can add here. Or sometimes we watch TV also, for that also we can allot 1 hour. So like this you can make a timetable for yourself. Next, here we are dealing with informal letters. You may be thinking, what is this informal letter? Informal letter is a letter, nothing other than that. Okay, so informal letters are the letters which we are writing to our friends, relatives. Okay, so formal letter we are using in our business, in our school, where we are dealing with principal sir, our teachers. So we have to follow a format for it. Okay, here in informal letters we are not having any format. Okay, so today let's see what is this informal letter and how to write it. Okay, so letter writing is an important skill to develop. We should develop a skill to write letter to each other. It's a means of communication. When in earlier times there were no emails, there were no WhatsApps, we used to write letters. Okay, so writing communication, written communication in both the formal and informal ways, that is personal matters, is crucial, and so it is necessary to develop a skill for letter writing. So we must have a skill of writing the letters, not simply writing. Sometimes we use proverbs also in writing the letters. Sometimes we use jokes also in writing the letters. Why? Because whoever is reading that letter, he must enjoy. Okay, but jokes and proverbs, all these we can't write in our schools. So that is formal letters, in which we don't write all these things. So in formal letters we can write whatever we like. Okay, so what are the important points we should keep in mind when we are talking about informal letters? First, it is used for personal communication. Personal communication means whenever we are talking to our friends or relatives or to our elders, we use this informal type of letter writing. Second one, it is written to close acquaintances of the writer. Means whoever is writing, he is writing to his relatives, friends, or whoever is close to him, very close to one person. Next one, it is having a informal or personal tone. Personal tone. See, this is personal tone. Personal tone means it's our own language, we can use in it. Next is casual language. The same thing I am telling you. Casual language, whichever language we are using in our day to day life, we can use in informal letters. Emotional undertone. Whenever we get emotional and we are writing something to our friend, that how I felt very guilty, I felt very happiness. Okay, all those emotional things also you can express in it. It is having that emotional tone. There is no specific pattern or format or conventions when writing informal letters. So it is writer's wishes and the requirement of the situation. As per the situation, we can use our language. It is written in our own personal fashion in casual, unassuming language. Okay, we can use any type of language in it. So as we discussed, there is no set format when writing an informal letter, but there is a general pattern, some conventions that people usually follow. We will be looking at this pattern and certain tips on how to write effective and attractive informal letters. These can act as guidelines when you are drafting a letter that are not hard and fast rules. Let's begin. Okay, why we are looking here for the certain tips? Because our letter should be such that whenever somebody sees our letter, he should be attracted to that. He should be having a feeling that I must read this letter, something is there. It is so beautifully written, it is so nicely decorated, or it is so nicely written one by one, step by step. Okay, so let us see what are the steps we should follow in writing the informal letter. Now let us see an example of informal letter given in our textbook. So this is a letter which is given in our textbook. It is written from Calcutta by Pratap. So he has started writing his letter from the address. First he has written his own address, and we also should write complete address. Whenever we start writing our own letter to our friends, relatives, we should write our complete address, so that whoever is reading our letter, if he want to reply to your letter, he can also reply to us. So after writing the address, we should write in the second part, we should write date. Why we are writing the date? We are writing here date so that whoever is reading our letter, he can relate the activities or programs or whatever we are mentioning in our letter is about which date or what time it is happening in your life or writer's life. So this is why we are writing the date. He must know when we have written the letter. So after writing the date, we should go to the greeting part. We have to greet whoever we are writing the letter. If we are writing to our close relatives like our parents, our friends, of our sister or our brother, we can write my dear brother, my dear sister, my dear ma. Here it is written. Okay, like that we can write down. If we are writing to our someone elder person who we want to show great respect, if we are writing to our principal sir, or if we are writing to our teacher, we should write Mr. or Mrs. We should use before their names. Like if you are writing to me, you can write Mrs. Vishala ma'am. Okay, so this is the greeting we are writing in our letters. After greeting, we have to write the introduction part. Introduction part is the part where we are telling them the real things, from where we are starting, from what time we are telling our writing our letter. For example, in our letter here Pratap has written that this is my first letter after the summer vacation. He is writing this letter. See, we started our classes the day after we reached this hostel. I have settled in well. So he is starting his letter. So if we are writing letter, we can say that I am writing this first letter after the lockdown. What is going on now? We have got our results of PT1 test. Okay, so like this we can start our letter. This is the introduction part. After the introduction part, we go to the body part of the letter. So in our body part, what we are writing? We are writing the main thing, or whatever the main thing we want to share with our friends or relatives. This main thing we have to write down. What is going on and what main thing or main event we want to share with them. So the main thing we have to write in the body of the letter. After writing the body of the letter, we should go to the ending part of a lesson. So ending part should be very nice. Okay, so we have to write it as give my regards to my elders. Okay, lots of love to my friends, lots of love to my elders, little sister. Okay, or best wishes for your next exams, kind regards to my elder parents. Okay, parents or elder sister, like that we can use these regards. After this, we have to write closing part. Closing part, how we have to write? We have to write you are loving, you are caring. Like this, we can use the notes for at the closing, and your lovely sister, your lovely brother. Okay, like that we have to close our letter, and at the end part, at the left hand side only, we have to write our name. So in this letter, whatever we are writing, we should write at the left hand side only. Okay, so this is the format of writing the informal letter. So let us see, some questions are given based on this letter. So what are these questions? The first one is, after reading the letter, answer the following questions. Number 1, who has written the letter? Where we are writing? We are writing at the bottom left hand side. Here it is written Pratap. So who has written this letter? This letter is written by Pratap. Second question, to whom has the letter been written? How can we find out? We can find out it here. My dear Ma. Ma means mother. So he is writing his letter to his mother. So it is Pratap's mother. Third question, where is the writer of the letter? Where is the writer of the letter? Where is he? He is in the hostel. He is mentioning in his introduction part. He is in the hostel, and he has mentioned the hostel address also from where he is writing. Okay, next one. Fourth one, what is the name of his hostel? His name of his hostel is given in the address part. You can see here, Krishna Boys Hostel, Model Public School, Kolkata. So his hostel name is Krishna Boys Hostel. Fifth question, on which date was this letter written? This letter is written on 10th July 2000. It is written here. You can see 10th July 2000. Okay. So now we have come to the end part of our today's video, that is assignment part. What is your assignment? You have to write a letter to your friend or relatives in another city, telling him or her about activities or events in your school. How you can write about in your school? Because we are in our school, we are running our school. How we are running our school? We are learning through online classes. You can tell them about your online classes, online exams, online results. It will be very amazing. Okay, so you all have to write a letter and take a clip of it and send to me on my WhatsApp number or in our Google Classroom. Last but not least, I would like to say thank you to all of you